of Mal's and World Tour. So you guys voted 76%. You guys said Mal being Chris. So you guys said Mal being Chris. And Mal goes in Chris. And that's the end. So episode 2, Ezekiel still uses the stick. Mal wouldn't affect the challenge. Sierra and Izzy swap teams. Episode 3, Harold does the Vintage Japan idea. Cody and Sierra still win the challenge. Mal would go along with them to do what he did in the original. I think Mal, he would be the monster and cause a lot of chaos, which would give them extra points, but the story from Harold not to go. Episode 4, the Yukon, Alejandro still throws a bridge and gets us stuck to a pole. I think Mal's going to be cool with this. He's not going to have a problem with Alejandro sabotaging other teams. Episode 5, nomination. 6, Aftermath. Episode 7, Slap Revolution. So Alejandro tells LaShawn to seize the day. I'm thinking that Mal would take part in the fighting spot part instead of Noah, but it doesn't really change anything, so LaShawn still goes. Episode 8, the Amazon raise Tiazon left island, Zero's left out, Team Chris to follow. Tiazon lose, they vote Heather. Nomination. So 9, Cat flying and Lovu, DJ goes off into her episode, and Lindsay unfairly gets booted off. 10, non-nomination. If on the lot, Mal's also trying to convince DJ. So that's important to note as well. Episode 11, Jamaica. So he jumps out of the plane after crashing, and that's important, but then they're forced to lose again, and Alejandro sabotages DJ. So bye-bye team victory. Episode 12, Aftermath. So Duncan returns in IC London. And Duncan's second prize, he gets one Team Chris. And Noah and Owen vote for Alejandro. Duncan would side with these guys to get rid of Noah. Now, Mal could either cause a tiebreaker or get rid of Noah. So I think he gets rid of Noah here. Episode 14, the kiss still happens. And Tyler witnesses. So it's Duncan and Gwen. Fighting parts, Courtney and Sierra. Owen, Tyler, and then Alejandro and Cody. The tiebreaker happens between Cody and Mal. I think Cody would win. And they vote for Duncan, but to non-elimination. So 15, the X-Files. Owen gets extra 51. So yeah, Tyler's off by himself. I think Courtney's still throwing. They free Owen. Duncan has that deal. Tyler still screws up. Actually, Mal's here. Mal's pretty strong because he'd carry Owen, so Alejandro would be carrying the alien box. So Tyler doesn't screw up here. So Team Chris would win the challenge. So that's the first big change here. So Courtney votes Gwen, Sierra votes Gwen, and Heather would side with these guys, Cody and Gwen to get rid of Courtney. Episode 16, Pinning a Dork. Owen takes home as Emu and Emu. Without Team Amazon, without Courtney throwing the challenge, Team Amazon, I think, will win because they can't start the challenge to Owen Real, so it gets there. So I think Team Amazon have their starting to believe that they win this challenge. And everyone would vote off Owen because he cost them the challenge. Alejandro, Tyler, and Duncan at this point. I think Mal would also go with that vote. So Neat Sweet and Sour also nomination. Blaney joins, and now we're at the merge. So Mal made merge. The only difference here is we have Tyler instead of Owen, and Courtney instead of. We have Tyler here, and we have Mal. Gwen. Tyler and Gwen. Okay. So Cody, Sierra, Tyler and Blaney, Duncan and Gwen. Nah, Chris won't have Duncan and Gwen. I want to say Duncan and Blaney, Gwen and Tyler, and then Alejandro and Heather, and then Mal just gets a bit. So I think Mal falls. Actually, no, Blaney gets free pass for when you mean the last round, so I'm gonna say that Duncan Blaney for Gwen fall. Tyler can't carry Blaney. Cody falls, and I think Duncan and Mal, so I think Blaney, so I think Heather and Alejandro fall. Mal, I think he would do a similar strategy to Alejandro, and I think Duncan and Blaney win the challenge. So, there's no fan favourite this time. So I feel like Alejandro would try to get out Sierra with Tyler and Duncan. Sierra and Heather will vote, can vote Duncan, so I feel like they vote Blaney. Cody votes Sierra, so he's with these guys. Mal would also want Sierra out, so I feel like Sierra goes. Episode 20. Okay, so Gwen and Duncan vote for Sierra. Heather. Alejandro, Heather, Blaney, and Cody vote Sierra. Tyler, so it's 4. Blaney votes Heather. Votes Sierra, and I think Mal votes Sierra. 20 Chinese fake out. 7 qualifies for eating portion. Mal wouldn't do that well. Alejandro's out first. Blaney's cheating. Tyler done it on Cody. And Heather. So Gwen wins immunity because she drank out of the toilet in season 1. So she wins the challenge. Now this is a double. So Blaney, Alejandro, Heather, and Cody. Tyler. So Cody wants to vote for Duncan. Alejandro wants to get Duncan out as well, but I feel like Mal would be a big threat. So I feel like Duncan and Alejandro would want to get Mal out. So Heather is with these guys to get rid of Blaney, and Cody would also be with Gwen. But I feel like Alejandro has like a former Team Chris alliance. So they vote Blaney, and then Heather would get these 4. But she can't convince Gwen to vote for Duncan, so she gets them to vote for Tyler instead. She gets them to vote for Mal, because he's the biggest threat, it's not immune. Because she likes Alejandro, so I think Blaney and Mal are just sent home. Episode 21. Drumheller. So Alejandro still trips Duncan and wins the challenge. So he's able to convince Heather and Cody to vote for Duncan. Episode 22, Rafa Fui. I think he races to the top. He dodges the balls like this, he doesn't get there first, that's when faithful. So Alejandro would still win the challenge, and they just convinced Tyler to vote Gwen. So episode 23 is Drumheller. I think Alejandro. Actually, let me think about that for a second. Episode 20. So they vote Blaney, but I feel like Alejandro would realise that they need to get out Gwen. So he goes to Heather, Mal, and Tyler that we need to vote off Blaney. So Cody votes for Duncan. Tyler votes Duncan, so that's 2 on Duncan. The Villains Alliance vote for Blaney, so that's 3 on Blaney. Tyler votes Gwen, and Gwen votes Tyler. So Alejandro can get his little group. So I feel like here Blaney and Duncan would be sent home because Gwen's immune, and I think Alejandro, even though he wants to get out Mal, I think he'd rather get rid of Duncan because Gwen and Duncan are a couple. And they've competed in more seasons, so I think Alejandro would rather get them out. So he's going to stick with his former Team Chris alliance. His original Team Chris members and Heather to get rid of Duncan. And then Duncan, Gwen, and I also think Mal would vote Blaney. With Duncan, Alejandro, and Tyler voting for Blaney. And Mal, Cody, well, I'm not really sure, but basically I'm saying here Alejandro's Blaney. So these 4 vote Duncan. And the other 4 convinced Tyler to vote Blaney because Tyler wouldn't want a cheater in the game. Or Mal. I think it doesn't really matter because I think Blaney and Duncan are out. S21's after Alliance first. I'll just plan to trip Duncan's not paying full attention. Tells watching on Ezekiel. I think Alejandro and Mal work together, and I think he trips Tyler here, so Alejandro still wins the challenge. Now, I think Heather votes Mal. I think Mal votes Gwen. Cody and Gwen are a bit close. Alejandro convinced Tyler it was a genuine accident, so I think Tyler and Alejandro vote Gwen. Episode 22. Rafa Fierce. I think Alejandro races stop touches the balls late as originally just get there first. That's when Faithful. And I think he's taking Cody to Tyler to first class. Mal will try to get Cody and Heather in an alliance to get out Tyler and Alejandro. But I think Alejandro and Heather still win the challenge. Now, I think they finally get these two close. But I think Cody and Tyler would rather get rid of Heather. So these two are immune. I think they vote for Mal. As Mal's the biggest threat, it's not immune, so I think everyone votes off Mal. Episode 23 is Drumheller. Heather still... I won't move into the first part of the challenge, and then Heather gets distracted. They're trying to save each other. Tyler wins the challenge. Everyone votes off Alejandro without seeing to board the plane. I think Tyler is finally through with Alejandro for tripping him up in episode 21, which completely backfired on him. Episode 24, I think the winner of the challenge, she plays for who? So I think Blaney plays for Heather. Tyler, it's going to be Lindsay, and Cody's Gwen. It's an all-mission. So 25, the race to Hawaii. So Tyler has an automatic spot in the finale. So I think Cody and Tyler just tag team, and sorry, Heather. So they make it in the finale. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. This thing may show things would have gone. If Mal was in World Tour, so I think Mal would have came 5th place. Like, it's arguable he would have gone episode 20 with Bunny, but I just think the situation the team's in, Cody would want to get out Duncan, so I think it makes more sense for Alejandro to find it easier to get out Duncan than Mal. And once they would realise that these four would sit together to get rid of Mal, because Alejandro's a mini, so obviously Mal would have been the next biggest threat. And then Alejandro gets betrayed, but there's no plane that blows up. Tyler and Cody tag team, so that's what I think would happen. And yeah, peace farewell.